Let's go live. 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 Let's clean off my camera. Maybe it's not needing clean. Maybe it's just the... I don't know. Maybe it's just the way it is. Maybe it's just the way it is. Oh. Hello, Forgotten. Hello, Will Bill Chill. Gotta put my change. Paid in cash this morning. Felt like a big hitter bringing out, oh, here's some cash. Not that that's a big hitter, but it was a $10 bill. It's far from a big hitter, but it's certainly more rare these days. Good morning, Forgotten. Good morning, Crazy Dog Realtor. Good morning, Amity. Pizza Puff. Excuse me. Josh Ogrand. Crystal. Will Bill's joining again. He kind of likes to sign in and out. You're never sure if Will Bill's going to be there for you at the end of the day because he's got a lot going on a cold Thursday morning. Hello, Sam. Hello, Dior. A little concerned. My Jackery little power station that I've been relying on, especially last night, doesn't seem to be functioning correctly. It's not charging. And I think there's a chance it might not operate when it gets really cold. And that's problematic because I have it for when it gets really cold to help me stay warm. Hello, Kim. So we're going to keep an eye on that one. We're going to evaluate, see how it goes. I don't know why Stefan is saying chorizo, but I agree that chorizo is a good thing to be saying almost any time, almost any day of the year. So well done, Stefan. Hello, Caleb. Good morning, Jimmy. And good morning to you. My name is Ken Tracy, and this is Coffee with Ken. It is Thursday morning. It is December 12th. It is 5:26 a.m. It just turned 5:27 right as I was saying 5:26. So it is 5:27 a.m. Happy Thursday, and good morning to you, Bruce, and good morning to you, beautiful. This is a show I've been doing for quite some time. It's a show about me talking. It's a show about me sharing the adventures. So let me tell you, yesterday and last night, the adventures were starting to get the better of me. They were starting to get the better of me. And I think it's understandable. I think throughout my life, this is going to sound woe is me, but I've dealt with a lot of like emotional pain, self-inflicted. I mean, obviously our mental health stuff comes from within. I mean, I'm sure there's causes for it, but I'm not looking to blame anybody or anything. But I felt a lot of anguish and pain and stress and fear in my life. So because of that, I'm willing to take beating and keep on ticking like Timex. And I think sometimes I tolerate more than I need to in terms of unhealthy work environment, relationship environment, living environment, what have you. And I think perhaps I've been putting myself through it over the last few weeks, and maybe the time for it might be soon to pass, but we'll see about that. Cold and rainy. It's not cold. It's cold, but it's not rainy. It's 6 degrees outside. It is 6 degrees outside. Brr. But anyway, for those that have been watching a while, you know this is not just a show about me talking or whining or complaining or moaning or groaning. Because somehow, despite my high pain tolerance, and I do I mean, I almost think I expect it. I was thinking about it this morning as I was laying here, and it was 6 degrees, and I was in my car, going, maybe it's time I stop sleeping in my car. Imagine how nice soft sheets would feel in a warm room, in a hot bath. Yeah, maybe it's time. Good morning, Frozen Land. How are you? Am I still drinking heavily? Come on, Trayvon. You can't watch any of my videos and think I'm really drinking heavily. Am I scared of TikTok being banned? Not even slightly. I don't care if you're worth $64 million, Trayvon. That doesn't impress me. Hello, Loss. Hello, Kev or Gator. Where was I? Oh, for those that have been watching a while, you know, it's not just a show about me talking. You know, it's also a show about me sharing my love of coffee. And with that in mind, I just picked up a nice hot cup of Dunkin' Donuts coffee, an extra large with cream. I don't know, maybe I should try having them squirt in some pumpkin spice. I did that yesterday at Starbucks yesterday afternoon. It's getting a refill. I've been hanging out there too much recently, drinking too much Starbucks coffee. Didn't feel like I wanted to be there, wanted it anymore. And one of the baristas said, would you like any flavoring in that? I go, I never really thought about that. You got pumpkin spice? And she goes, yeah, we got a little left. And she goes, well, you're getting a tall. We usually put 3 pumps in. Would you like 1 pump just to see if you like it? I said, no, give me the full 3. And she gave me the full 3 pumps, and it kind of invigorated me for the whole experience. I don't know if they're supposed to be charging me for that on the refills, but they didn't. And it was delicious. Lost puts eggnog in their coffee. Eggnog is delicious. Excuse me. Again, it's 6 degrees. I think I might be getting unhealthy. I think I'm tolerating some unhealthy environments for me, and unhealthy relationships, and unhealthy situations. And sometimes you gotta really feel that stove burning your finger before you pull it off. And for me, I'll put my hand on a hot stove and my fingers will start burning, and I go, well, what am I doing wrong? What have I done to deserve this burning stove? Let's keep my fingers here for a little while. And until I actually smell the scent of burning flesh, that's only when and if I'll take my finger away. Yeah. Because I'm always assuming that I'm in the wrong, or I'm confused, or I'm letting anxiety get me, or I'm letting, I need the opinion of 50 others to explain to them what's going on. And only if I can convince them that I am right, that can I retreat from a situation. And I think that's dumb. I think that's dumb. I'm a smart guy. I'm an adult. I've been through a lot. I know right from wrong. I know good from bad. And yeah, I don't think I need to convince anybody of anything going forward before I make a decision. Yeah, about a relationship. Oh my God. A works environment. A housing environment. Yeah. But anyway, sorry, I keep getting distracted. I apologize. I'm excited to have my first sip. My hope is wherever you are and whatever you're doing, that you got a hot cup of coffee in front of you as well. Cheers to us. Oh. Even despite having a little bit of a cough right now, I felt some heaviness in my chest over the last couple days. Wonder why. I slept in a 6-degree car last night. The warmth wasn't the biggest challenge at all, let me tell you. The heat wasn't really a problem. Outside, I was thinking about something when I got up today. Boy, this charger isn't working at all. That frightens me. That frightens me. I wonder what's going on with it. You know how they say, what do they say, like half your heat is lost through your head? You know, that's kind of one of those scammy statistics. That's one of those scammy statistics. And while it may be true, you know, the implication is that you throw a hat on and it keeps your body 50% warmer. But I was realizing that it's not coming like, it's coming out your mouth. And I don't know why. Until last night, I didn't really think about it. And the problem was I was like suffocating because I had my head under a coat or under a blanket because it was 6 degrees in my car. And no matter how toasty warm the rest of my body is, my face didn't feel like sitting in 6-degree temperature. You know what I mean? So to avoid that and to stay as warm as possible, I had my head under a cover or a coat. And with my kind of slightly congested feeling chest and my head under the, excuse me, under a cover or a coat, I was feeling like I was kind of suffocating under there. And it was hot and it was humid. And that, at that point, I go, you know, the reason half your heat is lost out your head isn't because it's coming out here. It's coming out your mouth. Therefore, no amount of these hats, just knowing going forward, putting on a stocking cap is going to keep your body 50% warmer because the heat is still coming out your mouth. Does that make sense to you? Was anybody else as naive as I growing up thinking the head was coming out up here or the heat was coming out up here? Did anybody else think that? Did anybody else think that? Maybe it was just me. Maybe you guys all instinctively knew that it coming out your mouth. All right. Yeah, no, it didn't dawn on me. It probably dawned on me. But let me tell you, last night it really hit home. So let's have a little more coffee. Oh, yesterday was a hard day for multiple reasons. I think I was afraid that the temperature was going to get really low last night. And it can get colder. It was 6 degrees in here last night. That's pretty darn cold. That is pretty darn cold. Had a lot of ice on the windows. Still do a little bit over here. You won't be able to see it. Maybe you can. I was hoping that the ice maybe insulated it a little bit. Was wondering if we got a big snow and my car was covered with snow, it would probably keep me warmer. I think like it would be an igloo effect. Yeah, I bet it would keep it warmer. Get a shovel for the snow coming. Yeah, we'll see. Good morning, Alexandra Hope. How are you? Good morning, TD. Hey, Alexandra, thank you for the heart you sent me. Damon asked if I got married twice. Yes, I did. Brian Cassidy said Home Depot portable heater, $14. Brian, I was doing some research on that. Most of them get rated very poorly. Either they don't work or they're not enough to heat up a car significantly. Believe me, I was doing some research on that. And it's kind of fun, by the way, testing yourself a little bit. And, hey, Be Happy from Southwest Scotland. That makes me so excited. My mother grew up in Scotland, Be Happy. She grew up outside of Edinburgh. We'll talk about that shortly if you stick around. But it's kind of fun testing yourself every once in a while and see how much you can take. And I would say single digit or below temperatures is probably more than I want to take. Yeah. Yeah, it's a long way from me, but lovely place. Yeah, she grew up in a town called Wallingford, which was just outside of Musselburgh, which was just outside of Edinburgh. Good morning, Sunday Sugar. How are you? Sorry, I got to get the phone right. I don't want it tilted. Do I get any time to travel? Vacation? Well, I could have gone somewhere yesterday. I pick up my kids on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Sundays. Have to coordinate that travel time with my ex-wife. Coordinating isn't something we're doing great right now, but I'm sure we could. Can I head south? Again, I could. I wait tables here in Naperville, Illinois. Yeah, I wait tables here in Naperville, and when I first moved back to Illinois, I got a job, and I was working 6 days a week, but the restaurant's a little been slow, and they cut back a lot of shifts, everybody's shifts. They cut back hours at the restaurant, and my shifts got cut back, and the 6 days a week turned into the 3 weekend days, or Friday, Saturday, Sunday, that is, and my income fell by, I don't know, maybe 40% or so. And I had some priorities as a twice divorced guy with 4 beautiful kids, financial responsibilities that I had to take care of, and opted to take care of them over keeping a roof over my house, and been staying in my car the last 3 or 4 weeks. Thought I could do it, and I have done it. I needed to do it. I don't know how long I want to do it. And let me tell you, last night, again, feeling like I have a cold isn't great. And yesterday was hard. I felt depressed. I felt sad. I was scared of what 6 degrees low temperature would feel like in a car. That weighed heavily. I missed my kids. I was still dealing and have been dealing for 5.5 years with emotional highs and lows with my ex, with loss, feelings of loss, and maybe feelings of loss of something I never really had. And, was feeling kind of alone. I was feeling cold. Was feeling agitated. I got grumpy at a guy I could have normally ignored. He was kind of a tool, but I normally would have ignored it, but I kind of got grumpy back. And, I don't like to do that. I like to kind of walk around and smile. Well, thank you, Alexandra Hope. Conga Mike, I am not a real estate agent. I am not a real estate agent. Have I thought about finding a roommate to split the bills? I don't know if I want a roommate. I just want to make more money. Be Happy said 2 marriages over and much better on our own with dog and cat. Hard if you have young children. Yeah, Be Happy. I have 2 beautiful little ones, a 2-year-old and a 3.5-year-old that need their data. And, I see them 3 times a week, but I'd like to see them a heck of a lot more. Hi, Julie Flanagan. How are you? Well, thanks, P. I'm okay. Again, I just kind of look at it as a learning experience, and last night was a good learning experience for me and pretty cold. And again, yesterday was probably, I'm going to take a little risk here. If I lose you, I just don't like the way that's looking. I just didn't like the way that's, Radio going on. Da 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 da. Beautiful says she gets out and walks daily. It makes her feel better, up to 5 miles a day. Sheesh. Yeah. I know exercise is good for your mental health. And I get plenty of exercise. I get plenty of exercise. I will tell you that. Is there a good sound system in the Kia? I don't really know, Kim Williams. I'd say no. There's it works. It hooks into my iPhone. It works. But would I call it a good sound system? I doubt it. You know, I don't even know how many horsepower this little thing has, but I still love it. And I don't know anything about the radio or anything. I mean, I know how it works, but usually when I bought cars in the past, I'd spend an extra $1,300 to get the premium sound system and the Bose speakers, and the car salesman would turn up all the speakers, and we'd mess with the whatever things. When I was test driving this, he was telling me to step on it or turn up the music. I go, no, we don't really need to step on it. If it runs, I'm happy. If it's got a radio, I'm happy. Oh, it feels so good. That feels so good. Oh, because that song? Yeah. Well, they're good enough. They're good enough. What year is my Kia? It is a 2025. It's not even born yet. It's not even born yet. I bought it about a month ago. I went to the Kia dealer, and I had spotty credit, and I was working as a waiter, and that my shifts just got cut down from 6 to 3. You know, I knew I could afford it because I was prepared if I needed to, and I did, to sleep in it. So I knew I was going to be saving a whole bunch of money on my housing, and knew I needed a car. And so went in and bought one 4 or 5 weeks ago, or November 5th, whatever that is. A truck driving friend has a coffee maker in his truck. Well, that's a good thing. My charger's still not charging. That is very problematic. That there is very problematic. I'm going to just shut it down and see if, I don't know. It's got 13% charge. The light's still on, but it's not charging anymore. It's not charging anymore. Excuse me. What was I saying? So yeah, yesterday was tough. Yesterday was tough. I don't think I'd slept well the night before. I was scared of the impending cold. I was waiting on some news that I did not get. Kind of when you're beaten down and not feeling strong or not feeling confident, I think you're open to a lot of emotions and longing and feeling longing and loss of things that you don't really long for and you never really had. And I was feeling them yesterday. There was a point I went to the library and a tear went down my eye. Felt kind of good, actually. It felt kind of good. Frozen Land asks, why I don't heat up the crank up the heat? You mean right now? Right now? I mean, because it's warm enough in here. During the night, I mean, I think it'd run out of gas. I mean, I guess how much do I care? I mean, I don't want it to run out of gas. But I mean, if I use some gas, how much do I care? I don't know. Probably only use half a tank at most. It's like $15. $15 to stay warm and toasty. Let me tell you, if I could reverse it, I'd probably invest that $15 in keeping me a little warmer. But you live and learn. Hey, thank you for the heart meat, beautiful. Thank you for the heart meat. Gas is relatively cheap nowadays. Yeah, and my car gets pretty good gas. And I'll tell you, when a car's just idling, it barely burns any. It barely burns any. Even if it's idling and cranking up the heat a little bit. But anyway, today is a new day. I was chatting with a friend who's going through a lot of struggles, and she has always been nice and kind and what have you. And I know she's going through some things, and yesterday was a particularly hard day for me. And I said, yeah, tomorrow's a new day. So. Oh, that is so good. I had something else I wanted to say. Something else super relevant. Oh, yesterday I went live on Instagram. I was a little miffed at TikTok. They're offering a live incentive program, and wasn't thrilled with how it was going, or something they did. It's whatever. So I tried Instagram, and I think I'm on TikTok because they give me revenue. I make, I don't know, $400-ish a month the last 3 months on social media. And about 30% of that comes here on TikTok. But what I'm really on TikTok for, as far as social media goes, is their ability to put my live shows in front of a larger audience. And with the larger audience, you get some trolls and you get some people that say mean things to you. But it does get whatever you want to say and get you in front of a larger audience. And gets you more engagement and gets you maybe more interesting conversations. And so yesterday while I was live on Instagram, it was fine. But I had I don't know, 15 to 20 people watching. And you're wondering, what the heck's going on? Why isn't Instagram putting this live message out? Why does TikTok do such a good job at it? And I think TikTok plays a more active role by encouraging you guys to send me diamonds or roses. And kind of engages with the content creator and the audience, kind of fans the flame of the live show, and they generate revenue from it because they kind of split the proceeds with me or the content creator or whatever you want to say. And it doesn't work that way on Instagram. It's just you and a tiny little audience of people that have actually signed up to get alerts when you go live, that hear about it, and they don't put you in front of anybody, and no new people. It's weird because I go live on TikTok. I pick up somewhere between 5 and 25 new viewers. If I go live for an hour. And I'll go live on Instagram and no new viewers. No new viewers will even know I'm going live. And to me, that kind of seems like it's missing the whole point of what social media is about. If you're just going to let me communicate with the people I already know, I got a phone that has phone numbers. But if you're not putting the stuff out in front of the newer people, it's strange. So, with that said, I'm back on TikTok today because I got 79 people watching at 5:54 on a Thursday morning. And that feels good. Josh says it's a cold morning in Northwest Indiana. Well, let me promise you, Josh, if it's cold in Northwest Indiana, it's also cold in Northeast Illinois. Because they're touching. So yeah, it was cold. Alexander asked where I was yesterday. Oh, because I wasn't on my live. Yeah. I tried Instagram. I wanted to see it. Yeah, no, it was cold. I got a little bit of a cold. I got my 2 little babies today. We're going to have to get the getting in and out of the car a little more efficient. I had them on Tuesday, and we had a great time. And I realized that unless you're going for a further walk, the stroller can sometimes be more trouble than it's worth getting it in and out of the car. So I would carry one and hold the other one by the hand. But then Augie, he likes to be funny and fall down. And then Eve thinks he's funny and falls down. And then I'm holding 2 kind of noodles as we're trying to get to the car. And I'm going, guys, this isn't funny. We're in a parking lot. Come on. They got little soft arms. Don't want to pick them up by the arms. So I was grabbing kind of Augie by the scruff of a little bit like a mama cat. Like a mama cat. Do I have young kids? Yes, I do. I have old kids too. I have an 18, a 16, a 3.5, and a 2-year-old. Amy, yes, I am drinking Dunkin' coffee today. Thank you for asking. And Sweet Deborah liked the live. I so appreciate that, Sweet Deborah. I really do. I really do. So it's about 6 o'clock. It's about 6 o'clock in the morning. And I pick up my little babies at 8:30. So I got 2.5 hours and about a half-hour drive to where I go to pick them up. Got to figure out some way to safely entertain them, keep them warm, keep them happy, keep them smiling. I got what's left of a bag of pretzels. We love sharing our pretzels. I don't know. I think pretzels are ridiculously tasty. And I'm proud to say my kids think pretzels are ridiculously tasty as well. And I'll grab into the bag and I'll reach back, and this kind of hurts my old 56-year-old shoulder, and hand some off to Augie, and then usually hand some off to Eve, and I wait for their little tiny hands to grab the pretzels. Wonder how good they are at getting them. And when I'm driving, I'll peel a little orange and give a quarter to Augie and a quarter to Eve, and I'll throw a half in my mouth. That's kind of fun. Good morning from New Hampshire. Good morning, Keith. Amy says the Science Museum. We have I'm 35 miles from Chicago. We have some fantastic museums. We have a children's museum that I've still never been to. Just down the street from here, actually on the street I'm on. And it's supposed to be awesome. That's not a horrible idea. I wonder when it opens. It's called DuPage Children's Museum for anyone close. And it's supposed to be awesome. And I don't know how old the kids should be in there. Again, mine are pretty little. So, I don't know. Would be fun, though. Yeah, it's great. Keith, I've heard nothing but great things. And it's weird I've never been. Somebody said their names are so cute. Well, thank you. Thank you very much. Honestly, my ex-wife picked them both. I was hesitant. Augie, I've come around to it, obviously. That's who they are. I always thought Eve was a pretty name. But Augie, to me, I was born in August, and his name is August. And thought August was a month. So was somewhat concerned. Pizza Puff said the museum is $19 per person. I wonder if they charge the same for a 2-year-old as they do an adult. Pizza Puff, why don't you see? Will it be $19 for a kid and an adult, or do the kids get a discount? I wonder. So it's age appropriate, Keith, for little ones? That might be fun. I wonder how long you can spend there. It's not that big. I appreciate that. I've always said I've got the smartest audience on social media. And it's nice because while I am talking, only free for under one, their website. Well, Augie's small for 3.5, but I don't think I can say he's under one. And Eve isn't under one. So, all right. But that does sound fun. Hello, Chip. How are you? Morris wants to know what I am drinking. I am drinking coffee. Just a extra large coffee with cream from Dunkin' Donuts. Good. Oh, but what do I have for you? How's my phone doing? Is it warm? For those that have been watching or watched me a bit, since I've been going live in the car, you do what you have to do. I'll tell you what, it'll be nice. I was talking to my dad yesterday, and he's still got a nice bag of my pumpkin spice. It's his pumpkin spice now. He doesn't have to give it back. But there's still some at his house. And I was thinking how nice it'd be to have a warm bath and have a coffee maker brewing some pumpkin spice coffee this morning. Yeah. What's my favorite coffee? What is my favorite coffee? I don't know. The first cup I have every day. Right now, it's Dunkin' Donuts. Pete, they're all pretty darn good if you add enough cream to them. But at home, I like Starbucks pumpkin spice. I like Starbucks Sumatra. But they're all fairly good. I'm not that particular, I don't think, when it comes to my favorite coffee. I say that, and I kind of am. But maybe I'm not. I don't know. Because I'll go into Pete's and I'll get a coffee and I'll go, that's great. I'll be sipping this Dunkin' Donuts and say, that's great. I'll be at Starbucks and I'll think the coffee's great. I think I start getting tired of coffee if I drink too much or my stomach starts burning or I'm hungry or something like that. Not original asked if I was able to see my dad for his birthday. No, I FaceTimed him. He was kind of busy all day. He's living with my sister and kind of helping out and was driving around my nephew to various things most of the day. So I did not go out and see him. Excuse me. I got to get that cough fixed. I don't have time for a cough. I do not have time for a cough. I have time for a cough if it just stays there. Almost felt kind of good when I just coughed and scratched. But if I get the stuffy head, achy fever, sneezy, whole body yuckiness, I do not have time for that. I wonder where I'd go. I couldn't freeze to death in my car. Maybe I could. Nah, I wouldn't. I'd probably call it in, say, hey, I'm near death. We don't want that. We do not want that. I certainly don't. Frozen Land said, need to get some cough medicine before it gets worse. I don't know, does that really help, Frozen Land? Yeah, no, you're right about that, Levi. I got to work this weekend. And again, the tough thing about, if I was sick and I missed my whole weekend, that would be a serious financial problem for me. We don't want that at all. Hello, Diane. Thank you so much for following the Live Creator. I go live every morning. I usually do it here on TikTok and talk for somewhere between half an hour, sometimes an hour and a half. And appreciate you following today. Richard Davis says, bring one on to talk at a time. I'm not sure what you mean, Richard Davis. I do not know what you mean. I do want to say something funny. I post a lot of videos, and I talk about creating something out of Coffee with Ken and generating revenue from it. And I'll get people telling me what I need to do and how I got to do this and how this isn't going to work. And I wonder about all the people that tell me what I need to do on social media. How many of them have ever actually posted a video on social media? And out of those that have posted a video on social media, I wonder how many of them have ever generated a penny on social media. And I would bet that number is less than 1%. Just a thought. Yeah. That is so good. That is so good. Chip's wife's chiming in. She said, get a medicine ball tea from Starbucks for my coffee. Pizza Puff is telling me the McDonald's at 75th and Plainfield has a Playland. Again, I'll say the smartest audience on social media. Pizza Puff, we've been to that McDonald's a few times. And yes, it has a Playland. And yes, it has a very clean Playland, which I've enjoyed. You know, my struggles with that Playland. Well, first of all, last time I was there, it was closed. I don't know. I think they had some problem with the heating, and the heating was going constantly, and it was crazy warm in there. So we tried to go, and it was closed, and managed to keep my kids happy at a table with a Happy Meal. I didn't try the kids' seats. The kids' seats are great, because once you get in there, you feel safe. Like they can't run off. But they do like the Playland. Again, they have the sensing doors, which are really cool outside of when you have toddlers. You know what I mean? And your toddler discovers if they walk up to what they see as a wall, you know, the glass doors that are shut, and they get close enough, suddenly the wall opens up. And that fascinates my little nugget of love, Augie. He's going, wait a minute, what happened here? I opened up these magical doors. I just opened up these magical doors. Hello, Paul Brownski. How are you? Hello, Michelle. Richard Davis said, I used to watch his TV show. I wonder what TV show that was. I used to watch a lot of Sesame Street. I used to watch a lot of Speed Racer. I used to watch a lot of Brady Bunch. The Tim Lord, how old are my kiddos? 2, 3.5, 16, and 18. Have I met anyone off here? Like, what do you mean? Like a person? Like one of you that is watching right now? Have I ever met one of you? I have. Sarah wants to know what time Dunkin' opens. I believe 4 a.m. I think she said, I asked what time she gets here. She said, I forget if I asked what time do you open or what time do you get here. She said 4 a.m. So I'm not sure if she gets there at 4 a.m. or they open at 4 a.m. I think they open at 4 a.m. I mean, I think I did my show right around 5 yesterday. Yeah, I just did my show around 5 yesterday. Shawnee said they just watched a few of my videos. Good job, Ken. Well, thank you so much, Shawnee, and thank you for following the Live Creator. I appreciate anybody that follows. My page grows a little bit every day. Just passed 14,000 followers yesterday here on TikTok. It's funny, I ran into these two kids at Starbucks yesterday. One of them works there, and one of them, some kid that is always in the same chair that's kind of next to where I like to sit. And we've kind of had some small talk, and I don't know why he likes to hang out at Starbucks, but he does. And they were playing a game. It's called like Subway Surfer. And I thought, hey, my daughters used to play that, I don't know, like many years ago. And I was surprised that Subway Surfer is popular. And I asked the young woman how old she was. She said 18, and that's the age of my daughter. And I go, oh, yeah, my daughter Erin used to play that, but it was a long time ago. And she goes, oh, yeah, it's still real fun. But I am addicted to TikTok. That's what she said. That's what she said. So I naturally said, hey, we'll check out Coffee with Ken. And she did. And so did the kid across the way. And it was hilarious. I go, well, since you guys are both following now, I'm going to post a video in your honor. And I posted a video yesterday afternoon, and they started competing. And I was showing them, well, I haven't posted. They kept refreshing their screen. And I go, look, I haven't posted it yet. You don't have to refresh. You can see. You really got the inside show. And I hit post, and they kept refreshing. I go, look, it's still got to load. They should know that. They post videos. But they wanted to be first. And they got on, and they started competing. First like, first comment, first share, first favorite. So I'm going to be huge at their schools. I'm going to spread virally. I am going to spread virally. Not Original asked, what bathroom did Alice use? I'm going to bet Alice had a bathroom of her own. Off by the laundry room. Behind the kitchen. That's what I bet. That is what I bet. It is a good question, but again, they show the kids' bathroom. I don't think they ever show Mr. and Mrs. Brady's bathroom. The kids had one of those Jack and Jill bathrooms. Imagine that. And I mean, they had difficulties with it that they showed. But with 6 kids sharing a bathroom that was between the 2 kid rooms. That's such a nice show. The Bradys were really nice. Beautiful said we had one of those too in the 70s. Yeah, again, I was a realtor 17 years, so we used to show a lot of homes or see a lot of homes. And they kind of make sense. It's just having 3 kids in each room. That is, until Greg Brady went up to the attic. Would be challenging. Just think about that. How many people do that these days? Put 3 kids in one room and 3 kids in another. You know, so without Alice, if you don't count Alice's room, they only had 3 bedrooms. They had Mr. Brady's den. I don't think they had a basement. I don't know if homes in California generally have basements. Yeah, Cousin Oliver really brought the show down to its knees. Joy is saying, where you locate? Send a message right away. Are you there? Are you there? Why do I repeat sentences and always say it slower the second time? Why do I repeat sentences and always say it slower the second time? It's a hell of a good question, Sam. Oh, that's nice. That is nice. No basements because of earthquakes. All right. Johnny Bravo did move to the attic. because he fit the suit. Yeah, Greg fit the suit, Not Original says. We know. James Maxwell liked Three's Company. I never cared for Three's Company too much. I never cared for Three's Company too much. And it's funny because you look back at the old shows and how dated they were. Jack Ritter's character played a guy pretending to be gay, so Mr. Roper would let him live with 2 women. Yeah. Perfect Strangers, set in Chicago. You guys, yeah, Greg fit the suit. Chrissy. Well, Chrissy was nice looking, I guess. She still is, I think. I mean, she's probably... Was it Chrissy and Janet, I think? Yeah, well, I can't argue with that, James Maxwell. I cannot argue with that. Oh, she did? Oh, that's sad. Suzanne Summers. Yeah. Did she die? That's sad. She used to advertise the Thigh Master, and she'd sit there and squeeze it. And she looked great for however old she was. Did I watch MASH? Who did not watch MASH? Who did not watch MASH? You didn't have that many options of shows to watch, in the 70s. We all watched the same stuff. It was only 2579 and Channel 32, which was a staticky thing. Channel 11 was PBS, so you had that, which gave us Sesame Street, which was valuable, and Mr. Rogers, and Electric Company, and Zoom. Oh, Pizza Puff preferred Priscilla. That's hard to say. That is hard to say. Pizza Puff preferred Priscilla Barnes. Taxi, yeah. But anyway, it is Thursday morning. It is Thursday morning. What high school did I go to? I went to Downers Grove North. Did anyone have one of those antennas on my house I had to adjust? No, we had them on the TV. What do they call, rabbit ears? Sarah Finn said something that just gave me the chills. She was a Cubs fan from Minnesota because WGN was one of the only stations we got. Well, Sarah, then you know that Chicago has 2 professional baseball teams. They have the Chicago Cubs and they have the Chicago White Sox. I am a Chicago Cubs fan for just about the same reason. WGN came in crystal clear, and the White Sox played on Channel 44 when I was a kid, which was one of those weird channels that you had to dial in precisely, and the reception was never very good. So I could either watch the team on the staticky channel or the team on the good channel, which was WGN. So yeah, I was a Cubs fan for the same reason. Yep, they sure did. They sure did. Lights, I think, came on in 88. I think it rained out the first light day, actually. Brother Steve went to that. Yeah. Had a hat. The Bozo Show. Boy, we're doing some serious reminiscing. The Grand Prize Game. Do you remember when those arrows would fly about the crowd? I think that's how they picked. What kid got to go and play the Grand Prize Game. And, it was like 2 arrows that looked very 70s that would flash on the screen, and then it landed on a kid, and he go, ah! And then he went and got to play the Grand Prize Game. Not original. Your brother was a pioneer in cable broadcasting. But anyway, it is Thursday morning, and I have been talking. Beautiful remembers how Mr. Jefferson used to dance, yeah. We could reminisce all day. But I have editing to do, and I have coffee to get. And I get to pick up my 2 little beautiful nuggets of love, or my nugget and my little angel, in about 2 hours and 10 minutes, and I'm looking forward to doing that. And yesterday was a hard day for me, but today's another day, and I'm looking forward to today and seeing my little babies and feeling good and moving forward and posting some videos and staying warm and figuring out why my generator's not heating up, and hopefully smiling more than I cry today, and having a good attitude, and just doing the best I can. And I hope you're excited about your day as well. I hope you guys are feeling good. I hope you had a great night's sleep. You had a warmer night's sleep than me. Kenner G, you have a great day as well. I want to thank you all for joining today. I appreciate you. I hope you have a wonderful day. I hope you are feeling good. I hope you are loving yourself. I hope you're forgiving yourself. And as always, I hope to talk to you soon. Bye-bye.